We are finally going to customize Woody. Let's go! What's up guys, I'm ZW and I've already picked apart this Woody figuratively and literally. If you want to hear me nitpick about all the flaws, the video is right here. But now we're going to talk about how I took this apart. Removing the head is easy. I've seen so many YouTubers replacing heads with a zip tie, so removing it should be as easy, right? Apparently not. It is actually attached to a voice box via not 2, not 4, but 6 screws. You've got to take the voice box apart before you can remove the head, which is cool because I want to put in my own voice box anyway. Luckily, the pumps were easier to remove. Now, we've all seen many collectors complaining about the 2 holes on the head, but I fill holes up for a living. I mean for 3D prints, so I thought, how hard would it be to fill them up? I took some clay and a sculpting tool and the holes are gone. But that's not the hard part. The hard part is to match the brown color of the head, which I severely underestimated. And when paint didn't work, I tried oil pastels, which kind of worked, but not really. I found these buttons thanks to David from Today I Grew Up. Really great recommendation if you want to replace your buttons. I've seen him do it, seems simple enough, nothing should go wrong, right? Removing the buttons were easy, they were sewn onto the shirt and also kind of glued on, so you can see some markings here. The new buttons have like sharp edges that you can poke through the shirt, but first I gotta open the inside to gain access. And by pushing the edges down, the button is secured nicely. It's off-centered. I did it again off camera and now we just need to replace the rest of the buttons. With my newly renewed confidence, I decided to move on to fixing the vest. As we all know, the Signature Collection Woody's vest is just too long. So I decided to try something that I suck at, which is sewing.
No! No!
Too late, I immediately regretted after poking it in because this ugly knot is going to show. I should have gone from underneath instead, but I guess I could use the badge to cover it, so it's fine. What I realized is it's easier to first get the thread through the shirt, then poke through the vest, instead of trying to poke through both of them at the same time. So after a few pokes, this is what it looks like. I think this is the best I could achieve without cutting the vest and modifying its shape. So let's move on to the voice box. Again, this was recommended by a few YouTubers, so I bought it. I also found this slow retracting pull string from Etsy and I stuck them together. The phrases inside are from the 1st and 4th movie and also a deleted scene. I removed the background sounds by following this tutorial. So after attaching the bottle cap, removing it from the sticker, ran it through the vest, tied the ring on, it didn't work. Then this happened. Yup, the wires broke, so I fixed it. Nah, just kidding. I got a new one and I will solder it back next time, but first, we gotta get this working, man. To prevent any further tragedy, I decided to hot glue the connections, all of them, like with a lot of glue. Better safe than sorry, right? And I also figured out why it didn't work. Basically, the direction of the cap was wrong. By facing it inwards, it should technically, damn it! Okay, 3rd time's the charm. I made the hole a little lower so that the button can press against the cap better. And finally. So you know the pants are not real denim, right? And there's really no other ways to fix it. So I came out with the brilliant idea of coloring it with none other than oil pastels. If you have already made it this far, you know it didn't work. I just wanted to give it an illusion that it's real, you know, like the natural fading of the real denim. Yeah, no, this is what I got. Not only does it not look good at all, my f***ing blue finger stained the white vest both in front and the back. So please, do not do this at home without supervision. Like seriously, how many more failures, right? Well, I recorded how I made the badge digitally, but the filming program didn't want to cooperate. Like, this is everything I have for you. I can't zoom out any further because there's nothing left. But that's not all. My first try for the badge was this. But it was too thin and it disintegrated somehow. So I went back to thicken it and printed two, just in case. And finally, something that worked. Kinda. This is the new chrome that I got locally and it worked really nicely. Look at this shine. So I tried overlapping it with a transparent yellow to make it, golden chrome, but I overdid it. And now it's just yellow. Great. Now this head I've teased about a few times and I will be painting it later on, but first let's talk about how I made this. Or at least that's what I wanted to talk about, but let's leave it for next time when I finally fixed the head. The flexible resin wasn't as forgiving as the regular black resin, so Woody lost his eyes twice. But at least we got a successful print, right? Or do we? Yeah, see these lines? It's called layer shifting, and no way I'm going to reprint this after so many failed prints, so let's just send it. Painting was fine. I airbrushed beige for the face, then handbrushed brown for the hair, the eyebrows, and everything looked really great at this point. So I painted the eyes white, which turned out pretty okay as well. Then, the water slide decals failed. I give up! Overall, it was fun. The slow retracting pull string worked, the buttons look amazing, the vest is not 100%, but it still looked better than before. The badge requires a repaint for sure. The head. Using flexible resin was a mistake. The paint cracks when you squeeze the head, so there's no point making it flexible in the first place. And due to it being flexible, it's so hard to sand it smooth. So now, Woody has a lot of acne at the back. The water slide decals are very delicate, so I'll have to experiment with it to make it work. I will definitely revisit Woody soon and try to fix everything, so stay tuned to my channel, check out my other Toy Story videos or my other customs, and I will see you next time.